Tim Franz and Seth Silver here on our first of what will be many video blogs where we are talking about concepts around improving meaningful partnership at work. Seth, there's this concept of support. What's the big deal about it?
Well, I think it's hugely impactful. And, Tim, you and I live here in upstate New York, Western New York, where the Buffalo Bills play. And they had, of course, the famous incident of a few weeks ago. The player had a cardiac issue on the field. What was amazing to see was the outpouring of love and affection and support for this player. It just blew me away, the extent to which the players were crying at the moment, and all play was frozen for several days. And the community came together. I think a lot of organizations would kill to have that kind of peer-to-peer loyalty, peer-to-peer support, peer-to-peer love and cohesion. As you look at it through an organizational lens and you say, how do they get there? How did they achieve that? So, I mean, Tim, what does support mean to you?
Well,
in an organizational sense?
Seth, in an organizational sense, this idea of support, if you were to think about the fishbone of support, and I know this is something that we've been talking about together for a while, there's a lot of ideas, appreciation, development, recognition, empowerment. These are great ideas, but at their core, at the head of the fish on the fishbone, is how to provide support.
Yeah. And I think just to build on that, Tim, is that everyone sees support a little differently. If you're younger in your career, if you're more experienced in your career, if you're in high tech or medicine or government or non-for-profit, depending on your industry, you're going to interpret support a little differently. Recognition may be more important for some, empowerment for others, free time and creativity for other kinds of positions. So yeah, I think support looks different for different people, but you got to talk about it directly. How do you do that?
How do you have support in order to be successful? That is so important. Talking about those obligations, creating a sense of what we owe one another. And that is the core of how we provide support. And thanks, Seth. This is just one idea from our book, Meaningful Partnership at Work.
Thanks, Tim.